Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block. On a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts. Basically ones that can run operating systems. That's basically all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Good afternoon, everyone. It looks like we are live at 5. I just got myself together in time. Rock and roll. You know, I mean, I'm guessing they're Chinese miners, and it's all a case of showing commitment to the cause, which is why they're on there. I think. But yeah, other miners still keeping the other miners at bay, which is why it's 3% more profitable to mine on CoreCoin, squeezing those shit coiners out. Let's have a quick look at the price charts. Check this one out though. Bitfinex called to video conference with New York Attorney General. The two have been at loggerheads over the alleged $850 million Tether loan to Bitfinex. This was an absolutely shocking documentary that I watched literally just yesterday. I had no idea how underhand and how undemocratic these central banks were and the devastation they cause. Literally, I think they're a bunch of psychopaths. Check this out. I did this post earlier today. Quite impressed with this one. And I tagged David Grider in it from Fundstrat. Had a chat with him at CoinGeek. And it looks like he has liked it. Good. Which means he has seen it. So yeah, I wonder if he's actually learned anything from it, because he did his pillars of Bitcoin, blah 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 blah. So I was just like, right, okay, well, let's see if I can fit this in a tweet. The 5 pillars of decentralization. Accountability comes from the chain of signatures. Protocol has to be locked, so can't be changed by any single authority. Scale has to be infinite, so that miners are always competing for new markets. Competition has to be competitive. It's absolutely essential for a decentralized network to have competition in the system through proof of work. And the supply has to be fixed, just like the protocol has to be locked, so that no single entity can ever change it or tamper with it. Yeah, it's the only way it can be truly decentralized. And then the 3 pillars of the network are speed, cost, and scale. Speed of transactions, cost of transactions, scale, which is transaction volume. That's where the value comes in the network. That's it. This was what I wanted to. I'll go over this Cointelegraph article first. So this was to do with patents. So it says here, Square launches cryptocurrency patent alliance to fight the trolls. I mean, there can only be one. There can only be one base layer, like a foundational base layer for everything to build on, and that foundational layer has to be truly decentralized. If it's not truly decentralized, it is centralized, and you cannot have a world currency or anything that belongs to anyone else running on a system that is centralized, because it's almost like park homes. You know, it's the people who own the land that have these static homes on top that dictate what you can do, because it's their land. And this is the same thing. You cannot start saying that you own anything that you've built if you've built it on a network that is centralized and belongs to someone else. They can just simply pull the pin. That's the whole point. You need a truly decentralized network. And these people just, like Jack Dorsey from Twitter, just don't seem to understand that we're building a decentralized system. And this was something that I just wanted to talk about. And again, this was to do with money. This was the Boeing scandal. I don't know if you remember this, but there were some airliners. I think there were Boeing 737 Maxes. 2 of them that crashed in a very short space, of time. And the reason being was because Boeing were trying to cut costs. They were trying to cut costs, and they'd put a single sensor, and they were trying to cut costs basically to make their planes more efficient. And by making them more efficient, they'd move the engines. And then by moving the engines, what they'd done is they realized that the plane wasn't getting enough lift. So then they put this sensor on that would automatically adjust the lift on it, which took basically control out of the hands of the pilots and into the computer. And obviously the reading was wrong, but the pilots weren't even told about this. And it was all due to cutting costs. And the reason they're cutting costs is because money doesn't work. So all these lives have been lost because of money, because of cutting costs. When money is increasing in value, suddenly people are going to be fighting over that money, rather than just simply wanting it, by producing the best quality products. Because they're not fussed about getting as much money in as they can. They just simply want the money, because the value is going up. I mean, so all of these, money, fiat currency is so destructive. It is so destructive. It's heartbreaking, which again just gets me more fired up to be the defender of Bitcoin that I am, and tell people about it, to shed light on all the misconceptions that have been spread by these nefarious forces who don't want Bitcoin to succeed, and all these intellectually challenged people. If you keep on talking about it, eventually one day something might sink in, and they might just get it. Just might. So on that note, people, it is time to ding a dong. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy given. See everybody soon. Same time tomorrow. See you later. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and watch the full episode on Streamanity. www.streamanity.com/8084 and moneybutton.com.